Defense, a four-year Matador, graduating with a degree in construction, and one of the hardest hitting defensemen to ever wear a CSUN jersey. Alternate captain number 3, Levi. Once again, we thank our seniors for everything they've done to make Cal State Northeast guys hockey into what it has become. Thank you, seniors. Without further ado, we announce the starting lineup for your Cal State Northridge Matadors. Defenseman, a senior from Valencia, number 7, Mason. Defenseman, a junior from the Stevenson Ranch, number 27, Alex Marbach. On the left wing, the graduating senior from Camarillo, number 5, Garrett Hefty. At center, graduating senior from Calabasas, number 22, Alex Bryant. Graduating senior from San Antonio, number 29, Evan White. And in goal, the junior from Sea Valley, number 31, Vince Steve. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we honor and all those who have served our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
The starting goalies for senior night. Washington sends out there Jeff Miles, a junior from Cardiff, California. It's his 6th start, 3-2 record, 5.00 goals against average, and an .850 save percentage. The Matadors counter with Vincent Seppi, the junior from Simi Valley. It's his 12th start, 13th appearance on the year, 7-4 record, 3.00 goals against average, and a .901 save percentage. A wonderful senior ceremony before we get this one underway. Most seniors we've graduated in a single year since I've been with the team, dating back to 2006, 2007, 11 of them. 4 of them are starting. Alex Ryan's the captain at center with Evan Wright, Garrett Hefty on the wings, and Mason Ewan, the starting defenseman, along with his junior defensive partner, Alex Marbach. So let's have some fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Matadors back at home for the final time this season. Just hoping to beat Washington handedly tonight. Washington with 11 skaters, 2 goalies for this 3-game road trip. So they are playing USC tomorrow night and Saturday night. Ewan sends to Hefty. Hefty further for Ryants, 2-on-1. Hefty, wide. Good early chance for Hefty, the senior from Camarillo. Marbach's shot blocked, and it's picked up by Troy Gasser. Gasser up the wing, held in by Ewan. He's pressured by Joe Kinkoff. And then it's slid to the CSUN blue line. Matadors rolling a change. Ewan further for Eli Barron. Gut didn't handle the pass. Backing it out by Gasser. Past Ewan. And that is ruled icing. 54 seconds of this one. Matadors coming in now with an overall record of 12-11. They're 7-4 here at home. Washington 16-11, 0-1 overall. 7-6 away from Olympic View Arena. They're in the Seattle area. Remember, we told you during the pregame show, Washington is red hot coming in. They had a 10-game winning streak from November 3rd to January 7th, and they've won 13 of their last 15 games overall. So, yes, a bit of a depleted roster numbers-wise, but Washington is going to be a tough opponent tonight. Mason Friedman, a shot, easy save for Seppi. Seppi started the game at the Boise State Showcase against Washington October 1st. He took the loss, giving up 6 goals and made 27 saves. Bennett Jarvis, UW's #1 goalie, is actually studying abroad in France this semester. He is a very good goalie for Washington, so that's a big loss. He had a 13-9, 0-1 record on the season, 3.47 goals against and an .898 save percentage. Got the win that day at CenturyLink Arena, making 38 saves, giving up 3 goals. So it's the #2, Jeff Miles tonight. CSUN called for icing. 18:37 remaining in the first. A stuttered start to this one. We're on the Olympic sheet here of the Isoplex. The 3rd game this season, Matadors are playing on the Olympic sheet. As I just said, Washington plays on an Olympic sheet at Olympic View Arena up there in Seattle, so that kind of is a wash. Cameron Rohr takes the draw against Friedman. Friedman wins the draw and sent further by Stephen Chu. Tom Dobricott first on it. Dobricott is angled off by Keenan Smith. Dobricott again gives it up to Smith. He's met by Rorik. What a battle on this ship so far. Smith curls it wide of the net. Quinton Abaya able to skate away to create some space. Abaya all the way in. Can't dangle around the defenseman though. Puck played to Rorik. Rorik has Jacob Steinfeld out front. Very patient with the puck. Sends back to Will Lessick. His drive is off the far side post. Lessick coming close there. Miles did not pick it up. Lessick again, a shot. Blocked and the rebound. Fired home by Steinfeld. Jacob Steinfeld strikes on senior night. The 3rd-year senior from Brea. It's his 2nd goal of the season. His 5th career goal, and this is his 57th career game. So a good start here on senior night. Steinfeld actually played for the CSUN roller hockey team before playing for the ice hockey team the last 3 years. Actually the all-time leading scorer in the roller team's history. Matadors went scoring first this year, 8-4. They've won their last 4 games that they've scored first, so good starts. Max Goen, the senior from Encino, throws away from a couple of Huskies and deflects back to Seppi. Seppi taking no chances as Kinkoff arrives. 17:15 remaining in the first. Jacob Steinfeld picks up a loose puck and fires it past Miles. So for Steinfeld, his 15th career points overall. Andre Ramirez takes the draw and wins it to Marbach on around for Matt Hoover. He just lets it go down the ice, picked up by Ethan Stark, but it goes for icing. Well, a lot of alums have come out tonight. I just had a chat with Dustin Martin. He was sitting right next to me when Steinfeld scored. Played with Steinfeld in his career, just graduated a couple of years ago. Saw Brandon Casillas is here. Ellis Borgugian. Casillas graduated 2 years ago, Borgugian last year. Well, good to see the alumni coming out for this one. Christian Cinderella's shot stopped by Seppi. Cinderella, the leading scorer for the Huskies. Matadors have got to be wary of him. It's played in by Tommy Pang. Picking it up, Hoover. Hoover back to Steinfeld. Good stick though, and it's deflected out. Hans Wormsdobler and Lessig pick up the assists. Wormsdobler, a senior from Arcadia. It's his 7th assist of the season. For Wormsdobler, it's also his 15th career point. He has 4 goals, 11 assists in this his 82nd career game. So a couple of seniors have already struck. Smith over skates, countering Ramirez 3-on-2. Ramirez to Hoover. Hoover all by himself as CSUN's rolling a change, stopped by Miles. Hoover again. Checked off by Ryan Jeroman. Ryan's fresh off the bench, can't hold the zone. John Michael Lauren steps up on Friedman, taken by Ryans. Ryans splits a couple of Huskies. Fires and scores! The captain, Alex Ryans, makes it 2-0. Ryans, the 5th-year senior from Calabasas, his 13th goal of the season. Ryans now just 2 points away from career point number 200. He would be the 5th Matador all-time to get it. CSUN, what a charge early on. John Blasco heals his shots. Closes in. And Simon McCulloch, held in by Lauren. His shot's blocked. And Miles covers up. 15:44 remaining in the first. Excellent start for the Matadors. Seems like playing those 3 games against those Central Region teams has paid off. When you play good teams, that elevates your play. So far, we're seeing that tonight by CSUN. Hefty back on his usual line now with Wright and Abaya. 1 to Lauren, flips it in deep. Gasser angles off Abaya. Puck then comes to Gasser. Checked by Hefty. Dobercott sends back down the wing. Washington clears out. Unassisted goal for Ryans. Wright looks up the wing. Just clears it out. That does not go far enough for icing. Puck sent around by McCulloch to Gasser. Washington clears the zone. Wright takes a slash from Kinkov. The play continues. Cinderella upended by Wright as the physicality picks up. And it's going to be a penalty. Interference call at 14:57. Washington gets the first power play. No chance for the Huskies to get in the game. Washington went 0 for 6 against CSUN back at the Boise State Showcase. Matadors penalty kill. 79.2% overall in the year, 78.6% here at home. They went 12 for 16 on the road trip, 75%. Matadors would have liked a little bit better penalty kill on the road last weekend. Ryans, they got Hoover with Rorik Lessig. And Matt Bushton, the penalty killers. Bushton just pinning the puck up. Now you see all the senior jerseys, all 11 of them. Lessig clears out. Hoover trying to cut in. It's denied though. Puck sent to Stark. Stark dishes off. One touch ahead by Chu, cleared out by Bushton. 1:25 remaining on the power play. Good crowd on hand here tonight at the Isoplex. The final home game of the season. It's gone by fast, hasn't it, Matador fans? Can't believe it. Friedman can't get around Bushton. Stark, as Washington gets onside, sends back. Pass goes through Smith, and that's icing. 1:03 to go on the power play. Crowd is still continuing to file in here on the Olympic sheets. Matadors all time against Washington 1-2. They first played one another in the fall of 2013. Matadors went up. They played UW. Then they played twice against Western Washington. Washington won that game 4-1. Matadors back in the fall of 2014. So the next year, Washington came here, and CSUN won that game 8-4. It was on this sheet. And then, of course, earlier this year, Washington won 6-3. So the Huskies, the edge all-time series-wise, 2-1. Matadors trying to even that up here. Blasco checked down. Play continues. Blasco sends out. Ramirez, hot on his horse. Miles turns over to Blasco. His shot stopped by Miles. Good awareness there by Blasco just to put it on. Jeff skated in by Jordan Fitzgibbon. Gives it up to Marbach, and he clears. One more rush for the Huskies. 20 seconds remaining on Wright's interference penalty. Washington is having trouble getting organized so far. Shot from the outside held by Seppi. Cinderella put it on. Cinderella played juniors up in the Washington area for the Seattle Totems. The junior from Sammamish, Washington. He is a very good player for UW. The centerman right now, Christian Cinderella, has played all 28 games, has 29 goals and 41 points. Sharp angle bid by Fitzgibbon. Goes up and out of play. Face-off stays inside the zone. 4 seconds to go on Wright's penalty. Just itching to get out of the box. So far, 3 seniors have registered points. Steinfeld a goal, Wormsdobber the primary assist, and Ryance his unassisted goal. Peng, the senior, takes the draw against Cinderella. As they move the face-off location. Now it's going to be Fitzgibbon taking the draw against Peng. Wins it to Cinderella. His shot stopped by Seppi. Big rebound, Fitzgibbon, robbed by Seppi. First time Seppi's been tested. Gasser's shot blocked. And it's held in by McCulloch. Washington 0 for 1 on the power play, but they came close there right off the face-off. Worked back to a vacant point. McCulloch first on it. McCulloch to Gasser. Back across, and it works out to Chu. Loses it to Lauren. Cinderella holds in. Puck comes around, settled by Lucas Carey. Carey's pass taken away by Abaya. Abaya out of the reach of Wright. Gasser slaps it back in over the net and out of play as it hits a few of the balloons back there. 12-12 to go in the first. It's going to be a sad goodbye, especially for the 5-year seniors, Alex Ryance and Max Goen. Going to talk a little bit about Ryance during the first intermission. Joined the team for the fall of 2013. Goen, the senior, takes the draw. It's won by Washington. Chu drops it back and sent in deep for Friedman. Friedman given a rough ride by Lessick. Puck comes right out front. Wormsdobler there to clean it up. Held in nicely by Jerome, captain for Washington. Wormsdobler is pressured by Carey. Bushton comes in to help. Bushton on around for Steinfeld. Steinfeld taps back for Lessick. Washington's forecheck is giving the Matadors problems all of a sudden. Chu out front off of Bushton. Seppi covers up. And Goen shoves Friedman out of the crease. Precarious moment there for the Matadors as the fourth line was hemmed in. Matadors rolling with 13 forwards, 6 defensemen. Scratch tonight, Levi Bowles, the senior. Unfortunately, he had class, so he's not in the lineup. George Resnikov, Jack Maxton. Kevin Stanke, the senior, is still dealing with concussion symptoms, so unfortunately for Kevin Stanke, out of the lineup tonight, as well as Caleb Mead and Brandon Hagan. Rourke against Fitzgibbon on the draw. Fitzgibbon wins it. Shot by Jerome is covered up by Seppi. Washington has found their legs. Matadors playing back-to-back Pac-8 opponents. Tomorrow night they play UCLA in Pickwick. Shot blocked by Hoover. And now he trying to cut in. Up and up by Stark. Good defensive play by Ethan Stark, the sophomore from Mukilteo, Washington. Play whistle down as the door in the corner opens up. 11:14 to go in the first. Faceoff stays inside the zone. The Rourke line featuring Blasco is out right now, and his other normal winger, Hoover. You're going to see a lot of Christian Cinderella most likely tonight. So they're still trying to fix the door. Washington coming in is averaging 4.39 goals per game outdoors, 5.04 overall this season. The goals against averages are pretty similar. Hoover's shots blocked, picked up by Kinkoff. Matadors goals against of 3.35, Washington 3.86. Ewan holds in, sends to Rourke. Hoover calls for the puck, it goes through him. And does not come outside the zone. Marbach's shot steered aside by Miles, big rebound. Stick checked away from Hoover. Ewan's shot blocked. Rourke then chips it on, stopped by Miles. Good rebound bid there for Cameron Rourke. Kinkoff puts a shoulder into Marbach. Fired on by Cinderella. Seppi makes a glove save. A broken play, and the player the Matadors do not want to give the puck up to in the high slot, Cinderella, but that shot was going to go over the net. Seppi makes the glove save anyway. 10:37 to go in the first. Ryans against Friedman as the top line's out. Ramirez on this top line right now. Seppi covers up. Ramirez, the only Matador that scored multiple goals on the road trip. He had 2 of them. Andre Ramirez continues to be a real good pickup for the Matadors. 1 to Lauren, flips it ahead. Berengut and Ramirez trying to wash out the icing, but Gasser back. Gasser, the much slower defenseman, but had the range on Ramirez and Berengut. Gasser heads off the ice for Jeromen. Once again, Ryans against Friedman. Friedman loses the draw, but goes and picks up the loose puck. Unfortunately for him, not held in. 3-on-2 for CSUN. Berengut scores! A mistake by Washington leads to a goal for Eli Berengut. Team leading 21st on the year, and it's 3-0 at 10:17. I think that would be an unassisted goal for Eli, but we'll see. What a shot by the junior. All CSUN here in the first. Hefty nice back check, dishes to Wright. Right, backhands just inside the blue line. Dobricott then sends it, but that's icing. And they do give an assist to Dobricott. So I think they're saying that it was not touched by the left pointman there. So it is Berengut from Dobricott. See if some of the seniors can get some goals here tonight, other than Steinfeld and Ryans. Out by Lauren, who's back to playing defense tonight with Levi Bowles out of the lineup tonight due to class. Hefty sends it back, tough play for Lauren, couldn't hold the zone. Seppi leaves for Dobricott. Dobricott to Wright, has some time. Cross for Lauren. Lauren just sends it over the net and heads off on a change. McCulloch, pressured by Hefty, eludes the forecheck. McCulloch, the Czech Republic native, dishes in. McCulloch from Pilsen, Czech Republic. Washington actually has a pretty eclectic roster. Wormsdobler steals, held him by Gasser. Wormsdobler on around for Bushton, plenty of time. Bushton just reverses for Lessick. Lessick some poise behind Wormsdobler, but had time to dump it in. Washington clears right back, yeah, taken by Bushton. Bushton out of the reach of Goen. Icing on CSUN. 8:32 remaining in the first. So the Matadors Regionals hopes took a big hit last weekend, and it's going to take a lot. Matadors have got to be perfect, really, the rest of the season to have a chance. They are 4-9 now against teams ranked in the top 20. That includes Minnesota State Mankato and Wisconsin Eau Claire. Teams ranked above them, they're 2-9. Teams ranked below them now, they're 2-0. So it certainly makes sense where the Matadors are ranked 17th. Washington was ranked 20th last week, but they dropped to 21st this week as Texas is back in the top 20. Shot stopped by Miles on Wormsdobler. Matadors have got to have a big weekend here, and they got to win these games by a lot as well to get the goal differential up. Matadors dropping one spot to 17th. Friedman chips in as Washington gets onside, and they roll a change. Again, just 11 skaters tonight for UW. 2 goalies. Blasco weaves his way in, dishes to Goen. Goen can't get around the second Husky. It's cleared out. Ewan. Pressured by Kinkov, able to skate away. Ewan. Some nice poise. Just lost his edge for a bit. Kinkov back, takes it away. Kinkov leaves it. Washington breaks out. Cinderella scores! That's what Christian Cinderella can do. Score in the blink of an eye. Washington in the game at 7-13. One of the best players really on the West Coast, Christian Cinderella. It's his team leading 30th goal of the season. Back in Boise, Cinderella had a 3-point game against the Matadors, a goal and 2 assists. Cinderella now goals in 8 of his last 9 games. That was quite an accomplishment, a 30-goal season in the ACHA. Not too many players can do it. But Cinderella has done it this season, his first year with the Huskies. As far as I know. I don't believe he actually did play last year for the Huskies, so his second year playing for UW. Stolen by Chu, and he fires wide. A surge by Washington. Matadors have got to keep going here. Good forecheck by Friedman. He's hammered down, though, by Lauren. Hoover the other way. But that's going to be a penalty. An elbowing call at 6:35, and Washington heads back to the power play. Huskies still 4-1 on the man advantage. Abaya Hefty are out with Bushton and Lessick. Where is Cinderella? He's the centerman. Others have got to be aware of him. Hefty against Cinderella on the draw. Cinderella wins it cleanly. One timer is blocked. Gasser with the bid. McCulloch in deep for Cinderella. Cinderella's pass denied by Bushton. Cinderella given a rough ride by Bushton. Nice job by Smith to come in to help, and Washington gets the puck back. Smith takes a hack from Lessick. Cinderella stolen by Bushton and cleared out. Good hard work by both Lessick and particularly Bushton there to clear out. Jeroman picks up the lone assist. Washington's called for icing. A mistake there. Spent the last couple of summers in the Evergreen State broadcasting summer collegiate baseball in Longview, Washington. So I've seen that gorgeous state a lot lately. Absolutely love the Seattle area. 1:12 to go on Washington's second power play. McCulloch, pressured by Blasco, shovels it in deep. Seppi leaves for Bushton. And it just goes past McCulloch. Did all he could to hold the zone. Gasser off of Ramirez stick. Ramirez all the way back to the fresh Marbach. He's got to be careful. Curls away from Smith. Sends to Lessick. It's off of Cinderella. Seppi covers up. So good alert save there for Seppi. 43 seconds remaining on the power play. Ramirez against Friedman on the draw. Ramirez wins to Ewan. Stark has a stick dislodged by Blasco. A 2-on-1 with no stick. Ramirez scores! Andre Ramirez, his first career shorthanded goal, and it's 4-1 at 5:07. That's Ramirez's fourth career goal. He picked up his first career power play goal on the road trip. For the Matadors overall this season, their sixth shorthanded goal. Remember, Washington scored a shorty against CSUN. It's Thomas Krivak, who is not playing tonight, got it at the Boise State Showcase. So Matadors paying back Washington there. Stark's shot, stopped by Seppi, big rebound. Back in wide by Friedman. The ref lost side of the puck though. 13 seconds to go on Washington's power play. The last two goals have been really carbon copies of one another. Streaking down the right wing, both Berengut and Ramirez beating Jeff Miles. Draws one to left, clears out. Lauren out of the box. And that's just a goal for Ramirez. Pang shot. Stopped by Miles. So Washington not only 0 for 2 on the power play, but they give up a shorty. 4:20 to go in the opening period. What a start for CSUN on senior night. Going. Leaves for Rorik. I don't know if his skate caught a rut there or what. Rorik is a little hobbled on his right skate. Rorik has got to get off the ice. Having all kinds of trouble getting to the bench. He is now on the bench. Wyatt Blue, the athletic trainer, will take a look at Rorik. Hopefully he's all right. Meanwhile, Seppi makes a save on McCulloch. 3:46 to go in the opening period. Stay tuned during the first intermission. We'll recap all the stats and scoring plays and talk a little bit about the captain for the Matadors, Alex Ryans. His final home game in his 5th year. Fourth line stays out there. Dobrkat takes. Around for Worms Dobler. He's pressured by Fitzgibbon, but the Matadors able to clear out. Goen takes a slash from Smith. Fitzgibbon shovels it in behind the net. Seppi stays put. Lauren closed in on by Smith. Skates right into Goen. Cinderella tries to drop for Smith. Cinderella again taken away by Worms Dobler. Lauren the other way. Lauren. Good aggressive. Hook check by Gasser dislodges him from the puck. McCulloch settles things down. 3 minutes to go in the opening period. 4 different goal scorers so far for CSUN. McCulloch to Gasser. Gasser to Fitzgibbon. Further, Cinderella. Cinderella all by himself. Glove save, Seppi. This time, Seppi robs him. That puck might have been going over the net as well, but at any rate. Christian Cinderella, one of those players you kind of perk up whenever he has the puck. Hefty takes the draw against Friedman. Friedman from California, Santa Ramon, a junior at UW. Puck one to right. Right had Hefty all by himself, but lost control of the puck, taken over by Friedman. Jeroman to Stark. Back to Jeroman. Stark, normally a forward, having to play defense tonight. As really, Washington only has 3 true defensemen playing tonight. Right, in deep. Jeroman checked by Abaya. What a forecheck by Quinton Abaya. Washington able to break it though and ski through neutral ice. Friedman shoots, stopped by Seppi. Just got the lower side of the blocker on it. Abaya can't clear. Shu, given a rough ride by Marbach. Puck taken by Hefty. That's going to be a penalty. Washington back to the power play at 1:49. It's a holding call to Marbach. Just held up that Husky a little bit too much, did Alex. Washington's third power play 0 for 2, and they've given up a shorthanded goal. Cinderella, of course, out to take the draw against Ryans. Draws one to Smith, leaves for Fitzgibbon. Gasser down the wing, good read by Lessig. Lessig tried to feed Ryans, taken over by Gasser. Lessig all kinds of time to Baron Guts. Baron Gut now with some space. Ryans in front, sent through him. Good look again, shorthanded for CSUN. Lessig's dumping, comes to Ryans. If Washington doesn't score on this power play, there's going to be about 11 seconds of run overtime into the second. So really the game clock's all you need to worry about right now. Bushton slaps at the length. 1 minute to go in the first. Gasser. Watched by Blasco. Forces a turnover. Here comes Cinderella. His shot's gloved down by Seppi. Penalty behind the play. It's going to Washington. Stephen Chu does not like the call. But he's so that'll do it for Washington's power play with 41 seconds to go in the first. Chu arguing all the way to the box. It's a cross-checking call. Four-on-four play for the first time tonight for the remainder of the first period, barring more penalties. Chu is a Taipei, Taiwan native, junior at UW. You'd have to favor CSUN 4-on-4. They're the faster team. We'll see. Smith deflects it into the CSUN bench. 31 seconds to go in the period. Blasco Ramirez, who has a shorty already, are out with Dobricott and Lauren to finish the period. Dobricott kind of table tapped over Stark's stick. Blasco shoves down Friedman, getting a rise out of the CSUN crowd. Ramirez overskates. Friedman still bothered by Ramirez. 10 seconds to go in the period. Lauren steps up. Ramirez regroups, and that'll do it for the opening 20 minutes. What a period for CSUN. They open the scoring with an even strength goal by Jacob Steinfeld, the senior, his second goal of the season from Hans Wormsdauber, the senior, and Will Lessig. And then another even strength goal by the fifth-year senior Alex Ryans, his 13th goal of the season, unassisted even strength to make it 2-0. And it was Eli Barron got at even strength, team leading 21st goal of the year from Tom Dobricott to make it 3-0. Cinderella struck back for UW. His team leading 30th goal this season from Ryan Jerome, and at even strength made it 3-1. But then Andre Ramirez, an unassisted shorthanded goal at 5:07 on the 3-goal lead back. Ramirez, 4th career goal and his 1st career shorthanded goal. Matadors yet to get a power play, but 12 seconds into the second, they're going to get their first power play. Washington over 3 on a man advantage. We'll get shots on goal for you when we come back. What a 20 minutes for CSUN on senior night. They're in full control on the Matadors Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Vanotti into the first period, number 17, CSUN 4 and Washington 1. And Jacob Steinfeld, the senior, opened the scoring at 17:48. His second goal of the season from senior Hans Wormsdobler, and Will Lessig even trying to make it 1-0 Matadors. The fifth-year senior captain Alex Ryans made it 2-0. Just a minute and 46 seconds later, an unassisted even strength goal for his 13th of the year to make it 2-0. At 10:17, Eli Barringott scored his team-leading 21st goal of the season from Tom Dobrik out of even strength to make it 3-0. Christian Cinderella struck back at 7:13, his team-leading 30th goal of the season from Ryan Jerome to make it 3-1. But then Andre Ramirez, an unassisted shorthanded goal at 5:07 for his fourth career goal, first career shorthanded goal, makes it 4-1. CSUN yet to get a power play, but they will 12 seconds into the second period. Washington over 3 on the man advantage, of course giving up that shorthanded goal. Shots on goal in the first 11-10 favor the Matadors. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Matadors senior captain, Alex Ryans, and what he has meant to this team. Again, end of the first period, CSUN up 3 on the Matadors Sports Network. Back again at the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Vanotti into the first period. Number 17, CSUN 4, Washington 1. We wanted to take a few moments to talk about the Matadors' fifth-year senior captain, Alex Ryans. We're going to do senior interviews for Saturday night's game, the final game of the regular season at Cal State Fullerton, because it will be our final radio broadcast of the year. That's what we like to do. I'm going to ask Alex about this, but the first time that Ryans saw CSUN play was senior night 2013. That night, remember, that was the Matadors' first year in Division II, and they got just walloped by San Diego State. I believe it was 14-2 was the final. At any rate, the score is kind of inconsequential. They lost by at least 10 goals, though, to San Diego State. And from what I heard, and again, I'm going to confirm this with Alex, but I heard he said to himself, this team needs my help. So despite the Matadors only winning 6 games in their first year in Division II, he believed in this team when really not a lot of people did, coming off the Matadors' second ever Nationals appearance in Division III and moving, taking their lumps in Division II that year. But Ryans came here and he made an immediate impact for the Matadors. In his freshman year, he became known as the Golden Boy, as he was scoring some very important goals for the Matadors. I'm talking about overtime goals. And the first time the Matadors ever beat a top 10 opponent was number 8 Texas A&M in his second year as a Matador. He got the overtime winner in College Station. So he scored some very big goals. Matadors lore over the years, garnering the nickname Golden Boy, and it's just been a real pleasure to watch Alex Ryans play these 5 years. And with his goal in the first period, he needs just 2 more points to reach 200. And if he does it this season, he's going to become just the 5th Matador in the all-time history of the club, dating back to 1971, to accomplish that feat. We certainly hope he does it tonight. Still 2 more periods to get 2 more points for Alex Ryans, but just want to take a little bit of time and talk about the Matadors captain. Again, we're going to have senior interviews during the Cal State Fullerton game on Saturday, and you'll get to hear from Ryans' thoughts on playing for CSUN. Just as the Zan gets off the ice, we'll take a break. Second period coming up next on the Matador Sports Network. Travis Vanody back with you at the Simi Valley Isoplex. Start of the second period on senior night. Number 17, CSUN 4. University of Washington 1. Just waiting for the refs to get back out onto the ice here on the Olympic sheet. And we'll get the middle frame underway. 4 different goals scored for CSUN. Steinfeld his second, Ryans his 13th unassisted. Barron got his team leading 21st, and Ramirez shorthanded unassisted. Cinderella in between the third and fourth CSUN goals got a Washington into the game. Second period begins 4-on-4 for 11 more seconds. Then Alex Marbach will be out, and the Matadors, barring more penalties, will get their first power play of the game for 1:07. And Washington over 3 on the power play. They give up the shorthanded goal. Matadors' 6th shorty overall this season. Their first in quite some time. The last shorthanded goal scored by CSUN was against LMU back in early November. That was Tommy Peng that got it at Skating Edge Arena. 6 different Matadors have shorties this year, along with Ramirez and Peng, John Blasco, Eli Barron Gutt, Matt Hoover, and Cameron O'Rourke. A real nice shot by Ramirez to beat Jeff Miles.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Miles is still going to be in goal for Washington. Remember, Bennett Jarvis, their number 1, is studying abroad in France this semester. That's a big loss for UW, a team that's won 13 of 15 games coming in. They had a 10-game winning streak from November 3rd to January 7th. It spans 2 months. So far, the 11-man Huskies are having trouble with Matadors' full complement of players. Back. Apologize for that. Knocked out our power for a second. So here we go, second period. Going, Steinfeld, Wormsdobler, and Ewan start the period. Again, 4-on-4 for 11 seconds. Capacity crowd on hand here tonight at the Isoplex. Ewan brings it in. Ewan. And this is an all-senior start to the second period, by the way. Marbach out of the box. Matadors on their first power. CSUN back in October against UW. Went 0 for 8 on the power play. A big reason why they did not beat the Huskies in Idaho. They went 1 for 11 on the road trip, so the power play is still struggling. Just 12% on the year overall, 10.4% here at home. It's forced out by Fitzgibbon. And at this point, the Matadors, anything they can get on the power play is gravy, as it's just continued to struggle all season. The Matadors winning the special teams battle so far tonight. A shorthanded goal, and Washington is yet to get a power play goal. Steinfeld, the senior, who has the first goal of the game, sends it around for Ewan, the senior. So this is an all-senior power play with the exception of Marbach. Here comes Cinderella shorthanded. In front, Fitzgibbon, stopped by Seppi, then the rebound goes through Cinderella. Seppi trips down Cinderella, and that's going to be it for the power play. So the penalty's on Seppi. 4-on-4 for the second time for 6 seconds. Now Washington's going to get their 4th power play.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Just a minute, 12 seconds into the second period. The penalty on Seppi, who's got to be one of the more penalized goalies in the ACHA. Mason Ewan's going to serve the minor. Certainly racked up the pins in his career, Vincent Seppi. Right off the The draw. Smith had an open part of the net but couldn't hit it. That was a good look for Keenan Smith. Washington now on the power play. It's their 4th man advantage, 0 for 3. And Matadors clear out. Abaya, Pang, Dobricott, and Lauren are out right now. Pang, the senior, tracks down the loose puck and sends back to Lauren. Dobricott there to support. Curls away from the pressure of Smith and sends out. Jeroman across for Stark over the net. Puck takes a weird hop in the corner. A CSUN bounce, and it's cleared out by Dobricott. Miles leaves for his defense. 1:05 to go on Washington's power play. Chu, back checked well by Abaya. Here comes Lauren the other way. Lauren just kind of loses it in there. First he was back checked well, then he was kind of run into by Abaya. But still time ticking away on UW's power play. Friedman with 40 seconds to go on it. Shoots over top. Jeroman down the wing. Smith wasn't expecting it. Washington still with it. Sharp angle made by Friedman is gloved off by Seppi. Good look there for Mason Friedman. Seppi down to make the save. 27 seconds remaining on Seppi's tripping penalty. 17-15 remaining in the second. Ryanson, Berenguer are out with Bushton and Lessick to kill off the remainder of this penalty. Draws one to Lessick, and he clears out. Possible break for Berenguer, 2-on-2. Berenguer tries to drop for Ryans, wed well by Gasser. Sent on Miles. He was calling for an offside whistle. Matadors are apparently onside though as the puck was held in the zone. McCulloch can't hold in. That'll do for the power play. Ewan out of the box. Washington 0 for 4 on the man advantage. 16:45 to go in the second. See if we can get some 5-on-5 play here for a bit. It's been penalty filled lately. Lessick loses an edge. Nice job though to keep possession. And he cycles for Blasco. Dug free by McCulloch, shouldered by Ryans. Lessick, wide. Blasco leaves for Bushton. Nice job by Blasco again to hold in. Blasco, an area pass for Pang, fresh off the bench. McCulloch steals from him. Glove down by Lessick, touched first by McCulloch, play continues. Kinkoff blocks that shot from Blasco, then clears out. Lessick back in. Matadors really hemming in Washington on this shift. Bushton can't handle the puck. Had Pang out front. In good position for a deflection, maybe. Lessick to Hoover. Hoover's pass, not a good one to Pang, but he's able to track it down, stolen by Stark. Hoover into Stark, then forced out. Bushton has it stolen by Carey. Seppi comes out to steer it away. Good awareness by Seppi once again. Taken over by Rorik, chips it around Carey to Pang. 2-on-3 for CSUN. Pang, bank pass to Hoover, stepped up on by Jeroman. Matadors wanting interference, but play continues. Smith reverses. Rorik gains body position on Stark. Rorik back to Ewan. Ewan's shot blocked by Smith. Friedman able to elude Steinfeld. Friedman, oh, what a hit by Ewan. Friedman had his head down, and Ewan made him pay. Goen sends in. Matadors' fourth line out on this shift. Wormsdobler puts his body into that Husky. Marbach drops for Goen. Nice toe drag. It's blocked by Wormsdobler, curled on, stopped by Miles. Good look there for Hans Wormsdobler. Stark with plenty of time. Stark dishes it off, gets it back, taken over by Wright. Wright stood up by Jerome, covered up by Miles. Wright and Stark then lock one another up. Might be matching minors here. That looks to be the case. Wright gets 2 for holding and Stark gets 2 for roughing.
Time of the penalties, 13:54.
And it's going to be 4-on-4 play for the 3rd time tonight. Lauren, stopped by Miles. Big rebound cleared up by McCulloch. Lauren again in open lane, stopped by Miles. Ramirez, checked by Gasser. Gasser then checks Ramirez again. Shipping is starting to pick up. Penalty upcoming to Gasser. Lauren to Hefty. Seppi's on the bench, extra attacker Ryans. So a 5-on-4 right now for CSUN. Dobricott settles things down to Hefty. Hefty, stick chipped away by Fitzgibbon, but still not possessed. Dobricott gets there ahead of Cinderella, shovels it around. Maybe CSUN should just give up the puck at this point. No, it still hasn't been touched by the Huskies. Here comes Ramirez to Hefty. Hefty drops for Lauren. Checked just at the moment of truth by Fitzgibbon, swallowed up by Miles. So a 4-on-3 power play for CSUN for 56 seconds. So Gasser goes off for high sticking at 12:50. Matador's second power play. Their first was abbreviated. They're 0 for 1. Lots of open ice here on the Olympic sheet. Ryans, Berengut, Lessick, and Bushton. Ryans wins cleanly. Lessick, Berengut, Bushton. Bushton returns to Ryans. Now Lessick. Lessick to Bushton, one-timer, heals his shots. Cinderella is out with Jerome and McCulloch. Ryan's shot stopped by Miles. Puck works out to Bushton. 30 seconds to go, 4-on-3 power play. Ryans to Lessick. Bushton one-timer, blocked by Cinderella. Ryan, side of the net for Berengut, didn't get to him. Jerome pressured by Ryans and Berengut, taken over by Lessick. Lessick down the wing for Ryans. Ryans to Bushton. Lessick. Berengut, 3 seconds to go. Berengut, stopped by Miles. Right, and Starker out of the box. 5-on-4 power play now for a minute. Berengut out front with the Washington nets dislodged. Washington is not being allowed to change, or are they? They are not being allowed to change. So Cinderella, who's had an extended shift, has to stay out. 56 seconds remaining on Gasser's penalty for high sticking. Blasco comes out, still with Berengut and Ryan. Matador's really wanting a power play goal here. Bushton and Lessick still the point men. Washington needs one more. Stark has to stay out. Stark takes the draw against Blasco. Stark wins the draw, and McCulloch sits out of Milesic. That's a hand pass. Barron to Blasco, so the faceoff comes outside the zone, and now Washington gets a needed change. 49 seconds remaining on the power play. Now it's Fitzgibbons, Stark, and Kinkoff, the penalty killers. Blasco against Smith. Settled by Barron stick checked away by Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon stood up by Bushton. Couple of huge hits here in the second period. First Ewan, now Bushton. Ryans, 2-on-1. Shoot, stopped by Miles. Ryans checked by Stark, still hounding the puck. Ryans to Bushton. Lesic with 20 seconds to go on the power play. Down the wing for Blasco. Penalty upcoming to Washington. Blasco back for Lesic. Seppi to the bench. Extra attacker Ramirez. Lesic cuts in, leaves for Ramirez. So now a 6-on-4 for the moment. Ramirez peels his shot, touched up by Smith. Just as the penalty expires. So CSUN did get a two-man advantage there for a couple of seconds. They're going to head back to the power play. It's their third of the game. They're 0 for 2. Stark goes off for slashing at 10:49. So Stark was just in the box, goes back. After Washington got the first 3 power plays of the game, CSUN has gotten 3 of the last 4. It's a double minor as well to Stark. So his initial penalty was a slash, and we'll try and pick up what the second minor was for. So a double minor power play now for CSUN. So we approach the midway mark of the game. All the goals coming in the first. Steinfeld, Ryans, Barron-Guts, and Ramirez shorthanded. In between Barron-Gut and Ramirez goals, Cinderella scored for UW. Chu going over to serve the minor, the extra minor for Stark. And Chu actually looks a bit shaken up. Well, good chance again for CSUN to increase their 3-goal lead. The Rourke line is out, and Rourke wins the draw. Ewan, Hoover, down low for Rourke. Pangs out front, sent to Hoover. Ewan, Hoover, shoots wide. Marbach was creeping in, and the puck comes out.
2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for cross-checking, and 10-minute misconduct.
So his second minor is a cross-check, and then Stark also picks up a 10-minute misconduct. So Stark is going to feel extended amounts of shame in the box for a while. He's going to be off the ice for about 14 minutes. So we won't see Stark until the third period. 3:12 to go on this power play. Hoover walks around Fitzgibbon, feathers it on Miles, and he covers up. A big O coming up from the CSUN bench. 3:04 to go on the double minor. Now here comes Hefty, Wright, and Ramirez with Lauren and Dobrik at the point man. Matadors getting some good looks on their power play. They've yet to score. Hefty against Fitzgibbon on the draw. 1 to Lauren. Ramirez. Dobrik, stopped by Miles. Miles wasn't sure, but did make the save. 2:55 remaining on the double minor. Hefty wins cleanly, Dobrik. Lauren feathers to Wright. Wright on around. 50-50 puck. Ramirez shouldered by Jerome. Gasser's clear held him by Lauren. Lauren, nice little move around Fitzgibbon. Lauren, stopped by Miles, big rebound, and Ramirez couldn't find the handle. Lauren again, blocked by Jerome and cleared out. Errant pass. Jerome again sends to neutral ice. Dobricott flips in. Jerome to Gasser, and he makes no mistake. The first minors coming to a close. And it's over. Washington's killed off the first minor. Accidentals there for Lauren. Matador's getting a chuckle out of that. Right to Ramirez. Lauren. A deflection try didn't get Wright's stick. Cinderella tried to feather it to Smith. Dobricott does a nice job to block. Smith hit by Dobricott, taken by Cinderella. Cinderella out front, denied by Lauren. Wright finds Ramirez, 2-on-3. Ramirez just cycles the puck. Hefty big bump on Smith, and he goes out of the ring. Keenan Smith is all right. That's good to see. 1:13 to go on the power play for CSUN. So this is now their fourth power play of the game. Top unit's going to end this power play. Had real trouble with the near side doors tonight on both ends of the rink. Blasco wins the draw to Bushton. Barron Guts. Checked by McCulloch. Blasco helps him out. Ryants to Bushton. Ryants again. Shoot, stopped by Miles. Big save there. Bushton. Blocker save, Miles. Jerome's clear. Deflects to Barron Guts. Leaves for Blasco. Blasco to Ryants. Ryants back up top, Bushton. Lesick shoots wide, and it comes out. That's the thing about those near side shots. You got to hit the net. Likewise, the puck will more often than not come out. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Fitzgibbon, passer. Last push for CSUN. Barron Guts to Lesick. Drops for Bushton. Bushton, nice sauce pass to Blasco, leaves for Barron Guts. Barron Guts shoots, fought off by Miles. And that does it for the double minor. So Washington's killed it off. Lesick leaves for Barron Guts, chips wide. Matadors 0 for 4 on the power play. 6:40 to go in the second. All the goals coming in the first. Ryants to Wormsdobler, but was behind him. Wormsdobler chips to Lesick. Big bump by Lesick. Going now around Gasser. And it's stick checked away by Fitzgibbon, cleared out by Gasser. Marbach to Goen. Goen's pass picked up by Friedman. 2-on-1 possibly for Washington. Friedman's shot stopped by Seppi. First action Vince Seppi has seen in a while. Friedman, his pass is not held in by Smith. McCulloch to Smith, taken over by Marbach. Friedman to Smith. Back checked well by Wormsdobler. Lessig around for Wormsdobler. Wormsdobler has got to be careful. Able to elude Kinkov, but Smith disrupts. Friedman, checked by Steinfeld. Steinfeld digs it free, stolen then, and chipped over top by Friedman. Puck stays in the ring. Others have got to get back on their toes here. Marbach, a heavy hit on Friedman, and the CSUN net's dislodged. That's the third big hit of the period. Really the fourth, actually, if you take into account Hefty's hits. Others have really brought the physical play here in the middle frame. 5:08 to go. Stay tuned during the second intermission. Once again, I'll recap the stats and scoring plays and check the out-of-town scoreboard. A real fun atmosphere here tonight at the Isoplex on senior nights. Matadors have won their last 2 senior nights, by the way. They beat San Jose State last year, and they beat Fullerton 2 years ago here on the Olympic sheets. CSUN called for icing. It's been a nice little string of senior nights lately. .501 remaining in the second. Stalemate draw. Eventually comes to Rourke, held in by Jeroman. Puck sent behind Cinderella. McCulloch activates. McCulloch shot blocked by Lauren. 2-on-3 for CSUN. Now more of a 3-on-3. Lauren. Shoot stop by Miles, and he's got it underneath him. .435 to go in the second. Rourke wins the draw to Pang. Pang checked by Fitzgibbon. Cluster players dig for it. McCulloch tracks down the loose puck. McCulloch plays wide to Seppi. Cinderella pressured by Dobricott. Cycle interrupted by Rourke. Taken back by Cinderella. Out front doesn't connect. Jeroman's shot then wide. McCulloch, sharp angle bid, deflects wide. Rourke up the wing, past Jeroman. Hoover tracks it down. Hoover, wide. Matador's got to be careful changing here. And looks like they're going to be called for too many men. It is indeed the case. Too many men for CSUN. At 3:47, Washington back to the power play. Hoover serves the minor. Washington's 5th power play, they're 0 for 4. Chance to get further back in this game. All the goals coming in the first. It's been a special teams period.
Minor penalty to the Matadors bench for 2 men on the ice.
Bryant's Baron guts are out. What a bomb. Wide by Gasser. Rebound. It's fired home by Jeroman. So it only takes 19 seconds. Washington scores on the power play. This is still a game. It's 4-2 at 3:28. Washington 1 for 5 on the power play. See who gets credit for that goal. I think it's Jeroman. And it's just so frustrating. The Matadors have
had so many power play opportunities here in the second. They've had 4 of them. And they still have
not been able to strike on the power play and really put their foot on the throat of Washington, so to speak. Berenger trying to answer. Disrupted just at the moment of truth.
Assisted by number 19, Keenan Smith. And by number 3, Mason Freeman. Time of the goal, 16:31. Washington power play goal, Chu, Smith, and Freeman.
They give the goal to Chu. Didn't think he was on the ice, but at any rate, it is Chu's goal
from Smith and Friedman. For Chu, it's his 6th goal of the season now. It's a 4-game point scoring streak. For Chu, the Taiwan native, his 3rd power play goal.
So half of his goals this season have been on the power play. Washington still hanging around, only with 11 skaters on this road trip. Just a 2-goal game stopped by Seppi. And now Washington's going to be called for too many men. And this is one of those marquee power play opportunities that CSUN has not really had any success on this season, but trying to get back to 3-goal lead now at 2:21. So Chu is going to go to the box to serve the minor for too many men.
Just like the meeting at the Boise State Showcase, this has been a penalty-filled game. Matadors' 5th power play, all here in the second period. They're 0 for 4.
CSUN is still winning the special teams battle. Well, actually not really now, because Matadors do have a shorty and Washington has a power play goal, so those cancel each other out. Now Cinderella going over to have a chat with one of the refs. Still serving his 10-minute misconduct is Stark. We won't see him till the 3rd period. Have an interesting 3rd period on tap. Whether CSUN's able to score on this power play or not. Got to credit UW. They have really hung around tonight. Matadors have the better of the play in the first. It's just been too many special teams in this period to call it either way. Well, here we go. 2:21 to go in the middle frame. Hefty line is out with Ramirez, Dobercat, Lauren the pointman. It's one forward by Cinderella.
At 17:39, penalty being served by number 61, Stephen Chu.
Lauren. He's had some good looks tonight. To Dobercat. Drops for Wright. Wright steps around Cinderella, leaves for Dobercat. Lauren shoots wide. And McCulloch clears out. 1:20 to go on the power play. Hefty with space. Hefty. Very patient with the puck. Dishes to Dobercat. Hefty. Dobercat heads to the net. Hefty to Lauren. His shot is blocked by McCulloch. Nice job by Lauren, though, to get it back. Lauren. What a pass to Ramirez! Are you kidding me with that pass? Unbelievable. John Michael Lauren to Ramirez, a power play goal, and CSUN's back on top by 3 at 1:11. So Ramirez becomes the first CSUN player this season to have a shorthanded goal and a power play goal in the same game. Ramirez, his 5th goal of the season, his 2nd power play goal. That is a huge one. 1 minute to go in the period. CSUN now 1 for 5 on the power play. One of the best we've seen all season. Oh, nice deflection by Ryans. And Lauren picks up the lone assist. So Ramirez a shorty in the first, a power play goal here in the second. Ewan deflected wide by Ryans. Ryans complaining about a cross check, and he definitely had a case, but play continues. Blasco shoot stop by Miles. Ryans is the top line with Steinfeld, finishes the period. Ryans cycles for Steinfeld, back to Ewan. 10 seconds left, Marbach. Shoot stop by Miles. Gasser up the wing. Held in by Marbach, but CSUN runs out of time. A very big power play goal. Matadors have the same cushion they had to begin the period at 3. So going back to Steinfeld's goal in the first, opened the scoring at 17:48. Second goal of the season from Hans Wormstopper and Will Lessig at even strength. Alex Ryans unassisted made it 2-0 at even strength. His 13th goal of the season. Eli Barron got done his team leading 21st from Tom Doper, got at even strength, made it 3-0. Christian Cinderella got Washington in the game, his team leading 30th of the year from Ryan Jerome at even strength to make it 3-1. Andre Ramirez, an unassisted shorthanded goal. His 4th goal this season, end of the first period with CSUN up 4-1. In the second, Stephen Chu, 6th goal of the season, 3rd on the power play from Smith, and Friedman made it 4-2. But then just 2 minutes and 17 seconds later, Ramirez from Lauren on the power play. His 5th goal of the season, 2nd power play goal, makes it 5-2. Matadors 1 for 5 on the power play. Washington is 1 for 5 as well. When we come back, we'll recap all the stats and scoring plays. We'll have shots on goal for you as well. Then we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. So far, so good tonight on Senior Night on the Matador Sports Network. Welcome back to the Simi Valley Isoplex. I'm Travis Van Note. Into the second period, number 17, CSUN 5, University of Washington 2. Going back to the first period at 17:48, Jacob Steinfeld opened the scoring, his second goal of the season. The senior got his primary assist from Hans Wormsdobler, the senior, and Will Lessick at even strength to make it 1-0 Matadors. Just a minute and 46 seconds later, senior Alex Ryans scored his 13th goal of the season, unassisted at even strength to make it 2-0. At 10:17, Eli Barron scored his team-leading 21st goal of the season from Tom Dobricott at even strength to make it 3-0. Washington got in the game at 7:13. Christian Cinderella, his team-leading 30th goal of the season from Ryan Jeroman at even strength, made it 3-1. But CSUN went into the dressing room up 3 as Andre Ramirez scored an unassisted shorthanded goal at 5:07, his 4th goal of the season, first career shorthanded goal to make it 4-1. In the second at 3:28, the goal is still being credited to Stephen Chu, his 6th goal of the season, 3rd power play goal from Keenan Smith and Mason Friedman to make it 4-2. But then at 1:11, so just 2 minutes and 17 seconds later, Ramirez got his 2nd of the game, his 2nd career power play goal, 5th goal of the season overall from John Michael Lauren to make it 5-2. So for Ramirez, it is his first career multi-goal game as a Matador. A graduate student from Baker, originally from Phoenix, scoring 2 so far tonight. Matadors again up 3. CSUN and Washington both 1 for 5 on the power play. The last 3 goals of the game have been on special teams. Ramirez's shorthanded goal, and Chu his power play goal, followed by Ramirez power play goal. Shots on goal in the second, 13-5 in favor of the Matadors. 24-15 CSUN leads overall. And about 4 minutes remaining in the intermission, so we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard, as it's all CSUN so far in senior night, 5-2 on Matador Sports Network. Travis Van Note back with you at the Simi Valley Isoplex. Number 17, CSUN up 3 on the University of Washington as the Sam heads off the ice. Like to do our normal second period intermission feature. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. LMU is also playing their senior night tonight against Chapman, and I believe it is 18-3 LMU. Right now, Matt Bente, the senior, has 4 goals on his senior night with under 5 minutes to go. So that is a WCHC conference game. And Chapman, they are 0-8 in conference play this year, about to move to 0-9. LMU, they have to win their final 2 games to at least have a chance of making the WCHC playoffs. And really, I believe that Long Beach has the tiebreaker anyway to LMU, as they ended up sweeping the Lions this year. So even if LMU wins their final 2 games and Long Beach loses their final 2 games, they would be tied in points, but I think Long Beach would still get the tiebreaker. We'll have to see how it all officially shakes out. But at any rate, LMU beating Chapman handedly tonight by a now 19-3 score, as they just got a goal, and then Chapman scored with 4 seconds left, so I believe the final on that one's going to be 19-4. We'll have to wait and see. LMU kind of stopped putting up the score. Classy move by Tyler Geckner-Zeller, their broadcaster and Twitter handler. Of course, it's a Thursday, so it's a little bit light on the scores, but Weber State does beat Colorado State 5-2. That's a big result for Weber State. They are 13th right now. Remember, they're hosting regionals, so Weber State has got to rise in the rankings. Otherwise, they're going to host regionals without participating in regionals. And State right now, I believe, is right below them at 14th. So that was pretty much a must-win for Weber State and they do get the victory 5-2. UTEP beats Texas State 12-5. Utah State beats Wyoming 7-1. And earlier today, Aurora, who I believe is the #1 team of the Central region right now, they still have not lost this entire season. They beat Denver by 6-3 scores. Denver is ranked 5th in the West region right now. So actually a little bit more scores than I thought we were going to see on this Thursday night. And it is 19-4, Chapman over, or LMU over Chapman. That is the official final score. So LMU is victorious tonight. They get a must win, and Chapman drops to 0-9 in conference play. They have one more game to go, LMU and Chapman. That'll be the final conference game for both teams. Chapman looks to avoid going 0-10 in their first year in the WCHC. Just over a minute to go in the intermission. We'll step aside one more time. Third period coming up next. Matadors up 3 on the Matador Sports Network. Once again, back at the Simi Valley Iceplex, I'm Travis Manotti. Start of the third period, number 17, CSUN 5, University of Washington 2. Third period begins 5-on-5. Matador's got a late power play goal from Andre Ramirez to increase their lead back to 3, as each team got a goal in the second. We'll see how much longer Washington can hold in tonight. Remember, they have 11 skaters, 2 goalies on this road trip. They're going to play USC tomorrow night and then Saturday night, as both of those teams are in the Pac-8 Conference. So we'll see if Matador's 4-line attack can continue to wear down Washington as this third period goes along. But remember, UW does play on Olympic sheets up there in Seattle, so they're certainly used to the Olympic ice. Matador's trying to send the home crowd happy one more time this season before playing their final 2 regular season games on the road. Tomorrow night at UCLA, Pickwick Ice in Burbank. And then Saturday night will be the regular season finale in Artesia against Cal State Fullerton. Bryant, Pang, and Blasco start with Ewan and Marbach. So 4 of the 5 players seniors, Marbach the lone exception. Right off the face-off, going to have an interference call on the Matadors. So just 5 seconds into the period, Blasco heads off, Washington to the power play. It's Washington's 6th power play of the game, 1 for 5. Their last goal was a power play goal by Stephen Chu. Lots of penalties once again tonight between these two. So remember, Washington went 0 for 6 in the first meeting. CSUN went 0 for 8 14 combined power plays that final game of the Boise State Showcase. Ryan, shorthanded, shoots, glove save, Miles. That was going to go wide, but Miles makes the save anyway. 11 seconds into the power play. Bryant's paying Marbach and Ewan still out. Ewan's shot scores! Mason Ewan, a CNI shot past Miles. The second shorthanded goal of the game for CSUN, and it's now 6-2, 19 seconds into the period. Not sure if that puck changed direction or not. We'll give it to Ewan for the moment. His third goal of the season, his first career shorthanded goal. And Seppi lets that one out. So CSUN, a power play goal and 2 shorties tonight. What a job special teams wise. And it does go to Ewan, the senior. Ryans picks up the lone assist. He needs just 1 more point for 200 in his career. Alex Ryans. Washington still in the power play for minute 5. Held in by Jerome. CSUN now with shorties on the year. 2 tonight. What a time for Ewan, the senior, to get his first shorthanded goal. Oh, that's deflected in by Kinkov. Washington gets one right back on the same power play, and they're still in the game at 18:47. This is turning into quite the special teams game. Washington now 2 for 6 on the man advantage. So just 54 seconds later, that quiets the crowd. Washington still within reach, down 3. Kinkov didn't know he was going to play tonight, so can't tell you how many goals he has on the air. I'll try and look it up quickly for you. That might take the next whistle or so to do it. At any rate, still a game. And now, the last 5 goals in this game have all come on special teams. Ramirez goal in the first, power play goal from Chu in the second, power play goal from Ramirez, then a shorthanded goal from Ewan, and of course the power play goal to Kinkov. Shot deflects over top from Bushton. Bushton again, stopped by Miles. Big save there by Jeff Miles. Hefty absorbs Cinderella's hits. Cluster players dig for it. Big bump then. Looked like Hefty leveled a Husky. Pushed in front of like a wide body. Nice job by CSUN to hem in the Huskies on this shift. Carey can't get it past Bushton. Carey's not played a ton tonight for UW. And there's going to be a penalty. It's going to be matching minors. Well, Hefty goes off. And he's joined by Cinderella. So see, we'll take that exchange, getting Washington's best player off the ice. Penalties at 17-19. Both players get roughing. So 4-on-4 play for the 4th time tonight. Seen it a lot in this special teams affair. Going back to Kinkov. That's his first goal of the season. Kinkov, a veteran for UW. the time to get your first goal of the season on the power play to keep your team in it.
Matador penalty to number 5.
Smith checked by Dobricott.
Washington penalty to number 15. Christian Cinderella. 2 minutes each for roughing.
But of course, the big gun off the ice for UW. McCulloch's shot deflected in. Washington gets a little closer. Now a 2-goal game at 16:37. Looked like it went off Gasser last. So the Huskies get a 4-on-4 goal.
First time they've gotten back-to-back goals tonight. 2 minutes, 10 seconds later.
Thought maybe Washington would wilt a bit here in the third period with their short bench, but it's been the opposite. Ryans, just got his head up in time. Made a nice toe drag and then avoided the hit. 1 minute to go, 4-on-4. That's now 6 goals in a row that have not been scored 5-on-5. Gasser to Stark. Stark is done serving his misconduct.
Assist to number 19, Keegan Smith. And number 17, Simon Taylor. Time of the goal, 3:23. Washington goal, Gasser.
So it is Gasser's goal. It's his 4th goal of the season from Smith and McCulloch. Smith, a 2-assist game tonight. It's his 2nd 2-assist game of the season, 4th multi-point game. And unfortunately, I didn't pick up the assists on Kinkov's goal. But at any rate, just a 2-goal game here in the third. 5-on-5 hockey. Cinderella, stopped by Seppi. Friedman stood up by Ramirez. Puck comes to him. 3-on-3 for CSUN. Feathered to Rourke, angled off by Jeromen. Miles, a bit of trouble with it, but he's able to cover up. 14:54 remaining in the third. 2 goals by Washington has kept a minute here in the third. It's an unreal job tonight by the Huskies. Only 11 skaters, 2 goalies, but they have hung in. Others have got to get back on their toes once more. Bushton's shot blocked. Kind of felt like CSUN took their foot off the gas pedal in the second as well, and then they were able to turn it back on. Yes, Washington, a bit of a weaker team, but they beat the Matadors earlier this season 6-3. Well, anything's possible as Miles covers up. Washington has won 2 of the 3 all-time meetings between these two teams.
CSUN has led the entire way.
They've had 2 leads of 3. Blasco takes the draw, wins it to Pang. Shot, went through Stark. Stick save, Miles, now a breakaway for Fitzgibbon. Over top. Seppi trying to scramble back, and it's on the back of the net. Fitzgibbon, a chance to get the Huskies within a 1, but was pressured well on the back check and fired the puck wide. Matadors have got to wake up here. This game is not over. Top line's over the boards, so Ramirez, now it's actually Abaya filling in on this top line for Blasco. Face-off comes outside the zone. That puck was not deflected because it went out of play. Right, it didn't go out of play, it hit the back of the net, that's why. Last touch by Washington. Lauren to Dobricott. Pass out of the reach of Abaya. But he gets there first, no icing. Ryance deflection!
If that's Ryan's goal, it's his 200th career points.
Obviously changed direction.
So we'll wait for the official announcement. But at any rate, just a big goal for CSUN overall.
So they get the 3-goal lead back. Again, still waiting for the official word. That should be Ryan's goal. Deflected it off of a Washington defender. Meanwhile, Abaya drops for Ryance. Back to Abaya. Backhands it wide. Now they're giving it to Barangut. Ryance gets the assist, so that is his 200th career point. Abaya? Oh, what a move! So congratulations to Alex Ryance. The just 5th Matador all time to get 200 career points, joining Chris Gale, Anthony Condrina, Sean Beatty, and Brian Carcerano. Carcerano, remember, a couple of seasons ago, got his 200th career points against Cal State Fullerton on senior nights. Ryance does the same. An unbelievably brilliant career for Alex Ryance. Meanwhile, for Barangut, it's the second of the game, team leading 20 seconds on the year. And for Barangut, his 4th multi-goal game of the season. Ramirez, what a hit. Unreal. Back check by Andre Ramirez. CSUN called for icing. So the numbers. 87 goals, 113 assists for 200 career points. Here's the announcement.
Alex Ryan has 200 career
points. Huge ovation from the crowd. 2 out of the last 3 senior nights, as there's a penalty upcoming. Matadors score their 200th career points. Looks like CSUN's going to get a power play here. It's a head contact penalty. Friedman does not agree. The captain, Jeroman, coming out to talk to the ref. And it looks like Friedman's night is done with the head contact penalty at 11:50. So now Washington is down to 10 skaters. And Friedman's one of UW's better players as well. So that's a big loss, and he is not happy, of course, as he heads off the ice. But CSUN, their 6th power play, 1 for 5 tonight. We'll see if it's a major or just a minor with a 10-minute misconduct. A chance for CSUN to get the 4-goal lead. It would be Their second 4-goal lead of the game if they're successful. Ryans and Jeroman getting the story. Rourke, Peng, and Hoover out with Ewan and Marbach. It's just very cool for Ryans to do it at home. Of course, we were a little remiss when Chris Gale and Anthony Kendrina got their 200 career points. Statistics weren't as looked after back in that day as they are today. Certainly remember Chris Gale's 100th career goal was against the University of South Florida way back in the day. But Carey goes over to serve the penalty against Friedman. And it's a major. 5-minute major for head contacts. So Matadors, remember, had a double minor power play. In the second, they did not score, but a chance to put the game away here. Hoover. Rourke. Tried to get it to Peng, disrupted just enough. Rourke to Peng, couldn't shoot. Marbach over top. Hoover to Marbach, back to Hoover. Marbach. Now Ewan. Ewan, his first career shorthanded goal earlier in this period for the senior. Marbach to Hoover. Matadors good patience with the puck. Marbach shot blocks. Ewan down low for Rourke. Peng. Peng to Ewan. Back to Peng. Ewan. His shot deflected wide by Hoover. Going to get matching minors in front. Rourke and Gasser. Manpower shouldn't change. Time of the penalty is 10:51. Looks like cross-checking to one of the players. 4:01 to go on the major power play. It is still 5-on-4. Hefty line now out. Hefty wins the draw to Abaya. Back to Bushton. Abaya. Matadors overload in the left side to begin. Abaya to Hefty. Bushton. Deflected wide by Abaya. Hefty to Bushton. Hefty. Now Lessig. Cross seam pass. Abaya couldn't handle the jumping puck and it's cleared out.
Mason Friedman, 5-minute major for head contact. Penalty being served by number 10.
Cleared out again by Jeroman.
Penalty, 8-10.
So they announced the major, but did not announce whether it was a misconduct or a DQ to go along with it.
And Washington, number 69, Troy Gasser, 2 minutes per penalty.
So Rourke gets the cross-checking minor and Gasser for an elbow. Deflected just wide and it comes out. 2:42 to go on the major. Bushton has his pocket picked by Cinderella. Got a big chunk of them though. Matadors maybe trying to take advantage of this. Bushton steps around. Hefty. Blasco heads to the nets. Hefty drops to Berengut. Deflected on by Blasco. Nice save by Miles. Blasco tried to feed Berengut. Berengut. Check down. Smith can't clear. Blasco deflects to Lessick. Lessick pirouettes to Blasco. 2 minutes to go on the major. Blasco chips to Ryans. Mr. 200 tonight. Lessick gains body position on McCall. Extends to Blasco. Well, good look there, but it unfortunately hit the side of the net. Otherwise, Barron had a wide open net to perhaps stuff at home. Ryans walks around Smith. Lessick shot stopped by Miles. Rebound. Fired in by Lessick. Will Lessick strikes on the major at 8:25. CSUN's got the 4-goal lead back. CSUN still on the power play for 1:36. So they're now 2 for 6 on the power play. That's Lessick's 3rd goal of the season, his 1st career power play goal for the Montreal native. Nice job by CSUN there at the lip of the crease to be hard on that rebound and chip it past Miles. And here comes Ramirez looking for the hat trick. Ramirez pass deflects away. Ramirez to Abaya. Hefty's out front. Ramirez back for Dobricott. His shot's blocked by Kinkov up and out of play. .115 to go on the major. Hefty won the puck. Abaya couldn't get a shot on. It was 8-4 the last time Washington was here on the Olympic sheets back in the fall of 2014. Matadors winning that one. Ramirez winds it up. Pass for Abaya disrupted by Gasser. Barron picks up the lone assist on Lessick's goal. So Barron got 2 goals and an assist tonight. So Ewan gets his 1st career shorthanded goal in the 3rd period. Lessick his 1st career power play goal in the 3rd period. Still 20 seconds remaining on the major. Penalty upcoming. It's on Washington. Abaya in front, chipped home by Lauren. John Michael Lauren strikes. CSUN's going to get a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. As, of course, the delayed penalty is still called. It's a holding call. So the Matadors now 3 for 7 on the power play tonight. For John Michael Lauren, his 8th goal of the season, 1st power play goal of the year. Lauren had 4 power play goals last year as a freshman. It's a 4-minute penalty to Gasser. Washington is just falling apart here in the 3rd period. Way too many power play opportunities against. So a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds, and then CSUN's going to get their 2nd double minor power play of the game. Play the first clip.
We'll try and pick up the second penalty on Gasser.
Play whistle down right off the draw. So now a 5-on-4. And as the major to Friedman is over, and Carey was serving the minor. He's out of the box. 3:45 to go on CSUN's 8th and 9th power plays of the game. They're 3 for 7 right now. Matador's trying to put up a 10 spot on your night, perhaps. Bushton to Lessick. Lessick takes a couple of slashes from Smith. Play continues. And then Miles goes at Barengut. Bushton blocked. Ryan seals his shot. Matadors come up with the puck. Lessick a drive, blocked by McCulloch and cleared out. But coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the game. Matadors with 3 minutes to go on their double minor power play. Finally, the power play has come alive. 3 power play goals tonight. Ramirez, Lessick, and Lauren. CSUN the last 3 goals of the game to have their biggest lead at 9-4. Poor Brian Melblom, the public address announcer. He's had a ton to announce tonight. Here comes Cinderella shorthanded. Matadors got to keep going here. The ever dangerous Cinderella's pass disrupted by Rourke. Cinderella heads off the ice. Rourke. Pass deflected by Fitzgibbon wide of the net. 2 minutes to go on the double minor, so first minor's over as Washington clears out. Matadors had a real fun night here tonight, the Isoplex on senior night. Lauren looking for back-to-back goals, perhaps. Lauren to Bushton. Lauren to Goen, the senior out on this power play. Goen shot stopped by Miles, and he covers up. Real nice shot there by Max Goen, forcing Miles to make a pad save. It was 4-1 CSUN after the first, 5-2 after the second. This has been a goal third period so far. Matadors have 4, Washington has 2. 1:21 remaining on Gasser's second minor. Goal for CSUN. Ramirez and Barengut each have 2. Steinfeld, Ryants, Ewan, Lessick, and Lauren, the other goal scorers. Lauren going over to talk to the officiating crew. And Jeroman as well for UW. The Matadors are going to win 3 straight senior night games, unless Washington's really able to make a push. But I think this last stretch of penalties has kind of broken the spirit of the Huskies. Washington was upset last year in the Pac-8 playoffs to UCLA. Washington Looked like they were going to go to regionals. They were definitely the better club against UCLA, but the Bruins won, so UCLA got the auto bid to regionals as the number 12 seed. And the Pac-8, I'm told, gets another auto bid this year, despite having less than 8 teams. The favorite this year is Arizona State, who went back to the Pac-8. ASU right now is ranked 12th. Whoever wins the Pac-8 championship in Lake Tahoe next weekend, it's the auto bid to regionals. So if it's not Arizona State, that's going to take away a spot from somebody. It looks to be the Texas Conference and the Pac-8, the two conferences that get auto bids this year. And as Tommy Pang's frat brothers salute him on the ice. It's interesting that those two conferences are the conferences that get auto bids, because ASU is just barely hanging on at 12th, and the Texas Conference doesn't have a team that's currently ranked at all. Actually, Texas is 20th, beg your pardon, but barely ranked. Oh, just getting the housekeeping sorted out. Gasser is back out onto the ice. Ready to resume play. 4:19 to go. Matador still on the power play. 1:15 to go on the second minor of the 4-minute double minor. Pang drops for Hefty. Pang gives it right back to that Husky. 4-player scrum. What a war down low. Gasser shoves Hefty, and that's going to be a penalty. We saw this in Boise. Troy Gasser lost his cool in the third period of the game at Boise State, and he's kind of losing his cool here in the third period once again. So Gasser's going to go to the box for the shot on Hefty. Gasser, the senior from Sammamish, Washington, but Pang's going to join him, so those penalties are going to cancel out. Time of the penalty, 3:50 looks like. Absolute glutton of penalties called tonight. Still a 5-on-4 for CSUN for 42 seconds. That shot deflected, makes the save. Lesick with the bid. It's going to take a while to add up all these penalty minutes. Not going to get done in time for me to tell you how many penalty minutes there are, but it's got to be around 50, I would assume. $57 minutes total in penalties tonight. That includes matching minors, plus the 5-minute major, plus the 10-minute misconduct. 57 minutes in penalties. CSUN, they've had 9 power plays overall. Washington's had 6. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Barron Gutt, who's also looking for the hat trick. Barron Gutt to Ryans. Ryans to Ramirez. Ryans, 7 seconds to go on the power play. Ramirez, he's looking for a hat trick. Bushton, his shot stopped by Miles. 5-on-5 hockey, so the Matadors are now 3 for 9 on the power play. Shot by Barron Gutt off the post, and it comes all the way down the ice. 2:47 left in the game. Bushton steps around the forecheck. Bushton to Ramirez. Ramirez walks around Fitzgibbon, shoots over top. Ramirez drops for Lessick. Lessick's shot stopped by Miles. He didn't see it, but was in good position to make a butterfly save. Smith chips in just as Ramirez got to him. Puck played to Ramirez. Shift looking for the hat trick. Ramirez to Lessick. Ramirez heads to the net. Shot is blocked by 2 minutes left. Lessick again, a shot blocked. Once again, the door opens up there in the corner. There's 3 straight goals by CSUN here in the third, and they have their biggest lead at 9-4. It's been a very offensive and special teams oriented game tonight. Matadors are going to get their second ever victory against UW and even the all-time series, 2 games apiece. Certainly want to thank Washington for coming down, playing the Matadors here on senior night. Best of luck the rest of the year against USC and in the Pac-8 playoffs. For the, I believe, 4th or 5th year in a row, they're going to be at South Lake Tahoe's ice rink. The PC there in 2010, one of my favorite road trips of all time. Just a gorgeous rink there in South Lake Tahoe. Kinkov, who has a goal tonight, drops it for Smith. He was hammered by Ewan, but that's going to be a penalty this time. Touched up by Ewan has really brought the physicality tonight. The matching minors to Pang are over. So Ewan heads off at 1:37. It's Washington's 7th power play. They're 2 for 6. And unless Washington can score on the power play, they'll be on the man advantage for the rest of the game. Wormsdobler clears out. Tripping the call on Ewan. Smith goes wide on Lauren. Smith still with the puck as Lauren went a bit easy on him. Smith's pass comes outside the zone. Well, 1 minute to go on senior night. Lauren to Hefty. Back to Lauren. Lauren up the wing. McCulloch steps around Ryan's out for his home shift of his career. Fired wide by Gasser. Lauren flips it just outside the zone. Washington can't touch it. Now here comes Hefty. Hefty with 20 seconds left to Blasco. Shots blocked. So that all started with Hefty finishing his check behind the play, and then Huskies hit Hefty down to the ice. That was Kinkov that checked Hefty, and then Kinkov still wanted at Hefty. So the senior Hefty, his night is done. See if those are just matching minors. 10 seconds left. Those are offsetting minors to Kinkov and Hefty. So it's still it's 4-on-4 right now. So it looks like Kinkov got an extra minor. CSUN wins 9-4. Dominant effort tonight on senior night. So Eli Barron guts and Andre Ramirez both with 2 goals. Alex Ryan's a 3-point night. That's exactly what he needed to get to 200 career points with a goal and 2 assists. Thanks so much for tuning in all season long on the Matador Sports Network. This is it for us on MSN. We'll be back next season. Remember, you can catch the final 2 regular season games on the Matadors Hockey Radio Network on Ustream. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., Matadors visit UCLA at Pickwick Ice in Burbank. Thanks so much for tuning in once again. I'm Travis Vanity, number 17, CSUN 9, 4. Good night from the Isoplex.